So good morning to everyone. So the subject is low cost automation. Now we are going to see the unit number 4. So automation by the electronic devices. So this is the unit. So now in this section we are going to see the different types of components and the components um, for operation of mechanical actuations by electronic systems. So now this topic is transducers. So transducers are very important components while receiving the mechanical moment. So first, transducer. Transducer is a device that converts primary form of the energy into corresponding signal with a different system. Like the primary energy forms means mechanical movements or temperatures, electromagnetics, optical, chemical, etc. take from a sensor and an actuators. Here, so sensor is a thermometer for measurement of heat, a device that detect or measure a signals. So acquire the information from the real world. If you go for a hospital, we are going if you have a fever, so some amount of the temperature available in your body, while that body will sense the temperature, then give the information what about the temperature systems. Now the actuator is different from sensor, like a heater, a device that generate the signals, a device that generates the signals. So real world to sensor, intelligent feedback system. Here the intelligent feedback systems to the real world sensor systems. So sensor systems converts the desired parameter into the electrically measurable signal. General electronic sensors, primary transducers, real world parameters. Secondary transducers converts electrical signal into the analog or digital values. Okay, so here showing the some of the examples. So typical electronic sensor systems, if we are giving the input signals to the sensor giving the digitals. Then we go for microcontroller, signal processing communications, then the network displays. This is an example of electronic sensor systems, like the components vary with applications. So digital sensor with the instruments, microcontroller, signal timing, data usages. So analog sensor analyzed by the PC. This is a line diagram. Then multiple sensor are displayed over the internet here. So primary transducers, so conventional transducers, thermocouple, temperature difference, compass, directions, microelectronic sensors, millimeter size, photodiode for photo transistor, photo energy, piezoresistivity pressure sensors, air or fluid pressures. Micro accelerators is used to do vibrations. Chemical sensor is to measure the O2 and the CO2. So then DNA arrays match the DNA sequences. So examples of primary transducers, light sensor, then subdivided for the photo counters, photodiodes, then the pressure sensors. This line diagram showing about that measurement of pressure. So displacement measurement. So examples, diameter of part under stress, movement of microphone, diaphragm of quantified liquid, movement through the head. So primary transducer types, there are different types of primary transducers: residue sensor, induction sensor, capacitor sensor, piezoelectric sensor. Secondary transducers, Wheatstone bridges and amplifiers. So now we are showing that strain gauge is nothing but you for the measurement of change of dimensions. So there are some formulas available. Then Poisson ratio, then the gauge factors. This is a temperature sensor. There are material A and material P. There are two materials available. Then reference materials are also available. If based on the temperature changes, the material A and the material B will be expanded. So based on that expanded, we will be know about the temperatures. So resistant temperature detectors, thermistors and thermocouples. So fiber haptic sensor. Fiber haptic sensor, the diagram showing that there is one epoxy material is available. Inside that there is a GA and A is a sensor is available. Transmits fiber and receive fiber. Sensor operations. So small prism shaped. Sample of single crystals unadapted GA and A is attached to the end of two optical fibers. Light energy absorbed by the gas crystals depends on the temperature. Percentage of received with transmitted energy function of that temperature. So example of MEMS. MEMS means micro electromechanical system. Here we are showing different examples. The first one is showing the micro accelerometer, cantilever beam, suspended mass. So our next one is rotations, gyroscope. Last one is showing the pressure used to measure that diaphragms. So passive sensor circuits, photodiode circuits are shown here. Thermistor half bridge and the V-stone bridges is the secondary on the sensors. So there are 4 resistors available like R1 and R2 and R3 and R4. If you are changing of that sensing device, here we are showing that the value. So operational amplifier, open loop gain, ideal infinite, practical balance, and input impedance ideally infinite, CMS amps, and commercial absence provided immediate difference. So low noise and low inputs current and low power, low bandwidth and low high voltages, special purpose comparators. So this is a diagram showing about that the basic configurations, volt comparators, waves and voltage followed ones, and non-inverting amp and inverting amps. This is a differential amps, integrating amps, differentiating amps diagrams. So converting configurations, current to voltage line diagrams, voltage to current diagram. This is a instrumentations amplifier. So input stage, gain stage, then overall amplifiers. This is an instrumentation amplifier with PF filters connecting sensor to the microcontrollers. So after that measuring of sensor, the sensor is connected to this microcontroller. So the signal is converted to analog to digital. For further, this is a connecting smart sensor to the PG networks. This is a sensor calibration. So it's nothing but calibration is nothing but you have to measure temperature is 90 degrees centigrade, means the sensor needed to measure the value of 90 degrees centigrade. If the sensor is measured 88, means there isn't some problem in the measuring instruments. So every some of the time period you are needed to calibrate the sensor by the standard instruments.